Welcome to PowerTrade. My name is Ted Posobiec. Can I get a sound check before we get started here? Hey, Russ. A lot of people in here. AJ. Barry. Sounds good, sounds good. Thanks, Ray. Chris. All right. First, let's get started with the disclaimer. Go ahead and take a look at this real quick. The first part of this we're going to go over pretty quick so we can get into the meat of all of this. I am a full-time futures trader. Just take a note that trading is risky and really don't advise you trading money you can't afford to lose. So, in saying that, let's get here going. PowerTrade, the training format, this is what we're going to be going over. This is how we're going to run this session. This is the very first one, and I want to thank everybody for joining me. We're going to have a 20-minute training session on a new topic every week. That's what we're going to do here. We'll trade live for about 10 minutes. I have a trade set up that may set up here at about 2:30. So we'll take some time out to take a trade there. Then I want to have everyone join me in a 20-minute interactive mastermind. Is the microphone on? If your computer has a working microphone, you may be asked to join in on the conversation during the mastermind. Your participation is very important and will help other traders in the room. Each mastermind includes wins. Tell us about your best trades of the week so far. Lessons. What did you learn this week that would benefit others? And then we're going to have a Q&A. What can we help you clarify that will help you be a better trader? So this is how we're going to run this throughout these sessions here in the PowerTrade. Let me talk a little bit about WINvesting. It was established in early 2009. We've helped thousands of traders like you in over 53 countries around the world. Our focus is to help you get real world profits without risking hard-earned cash. We do that via our 6-step profitability path, so you can learn in a virtually risk-free and stress-free environment. For more information on that, take a look at www.WINvesting.com, and you can find out more about that. About your host, my name is Ted Posobiec. I am the Chief Trading Strategist at WINvesting.com. Professional day trader, primarily futures. That's what I love trading. Host of the E-mini Insider Trading Room at WINvesting. And let's get to some quick housekeeping notes here. Replays. We are recording this and we'll post the replays as soon as possible. Participate. Your active participation will help reinforce what you learn. I really believe in active participation. Suggest, if you have any thing that you want to go over, send in topics for the future power trades to support at WINvesting.com, and we will look at it and hopefully get something out to you for it. Get those suggestions sent in to support@WINvesting.com. Part 1, here we go. The 3 things I had to learn to become a successful trader. I thought about this hard. Was talking to a couple of guys this week early, and this is what I came up with for this session here. The 3 things I had to learn to become a successful trader was a trading system and a trading platform. Regardless of what it is, if I was doing options, I had to learn Thinkorswim's platform, Fidelity's, platform, and with futures, I had to learn how to use NinjaTrader. And then I had to learn a system. When I first started trading futures, I didn't know the platform that well, so I tried trading the system and the platform at the same time. We're going to be getting into more of this here. And then going from market replay to trading live. And how many contracts to trade. So once I did all of that, like I say, we'll go ahead and go over the trading system a little more and each one of the things. And this is what I had to do before I became a successful trader. Number one, a trading system. The number one thing I had to do before I could master any trading system was to learn my trading platform. So I could navigate the charts, install the indicators that I might need, and use the drawing tools. Those were the three main things I needed to do. When I was learning the platform, some of the rooms that I was in, they had videos on how to use the platform, which was real good. And then I also used for NinjaTrader, they have a real good library of videos, and that also helped out a lot. So by going over those videos and then sitting in front of it, playing around with it, being able to navigate through the charts, add the indicators, and even adjust indicators. That was all in the learning process. What I found when learning a system is the system wasn't the problem. I would blame it on the system. I'd blame it on the people that were teaching it, but it was human error, my error, for several reasons. So until I sat down and started at the beginning again, what I found, I wasn't following the indicators that they may have been using or the rules. So I had to sit down and start from the very first lesson, and then I had to learn to trust the system, and that is the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to learn, to trust that system. Especially in the beginning. You might trust it right off at the beginning, but you start losing, and then you don't trust the system. What I found myself doing was not following the rules, not following, I was second guessing. So I really had to work hard to stop second guessing, and I had to take the emotions out of trading. I ended up, the money was a big loss. It was a big thing for me. So what I did was I just look at money as a tool to help me make money. I thought of it as a crescent wrench or a hammer, wrenches, my dive gear. It would be just like that. So taking the emotions out of trading and stop thinking that I'm losing all of this money, or hey, I've won this much. Just taking emotions out of it, and that can be a difficult task for some people. It was for me for a little while, and anybody that's been in my room, they can maybe at first, when I first started the room, it was a little frustrating, but I'm pretty calm, even taking when the price isn't going in my direction. Because I don't think about it as losing money. And once you get the emotions out of trading, stick to that particular method that you're trying to do, or that system that you're working on. Stick to it. You'll have to do some back testing. You'll have to do some market replay, whatever it is. And then once I stuck with it, I started to get into it more. I would have to trade what I see and not what I think. I was thinking too much into it. Background noise, news, that might have been coming out, and listening to someone else, they're going long, and I see a short, and I go with them, and I was right to begin with. That's the extra noise in the background. If you have more than one room on, that can be distracting. So trust the system and don't second guess. If the system is showing you a long setup, take it long. If it's showing you a short setup, take it short. Whatever the indicators are telling you to do, whatever your rules are telling you to do, that's what I had to do, was trust that system. Not all trades are going to be winners. When you get the right one and you find out that, hey, this thing does work, but if you don't start from the beginning and go step by step, that's where you'll start to find problems. You learn it one step at a time. Don't rush it, and don't skip steps. I did every one of those. I rushed it, I skipped steps until I stopped, turned around, and started from the beginning. You want to master each part of the system before you go on. Some systems have a whole bunch of things in it. What you'll need to do is master the one part. Let's say it's a time trade. Take a 9 o'clock trade and just work on that one particular thing. Or if it's a volume spike trade, and look at the volume spikes throughout the day, or just pick a certain time and just focus on that one particular point. Once you get that, then you can move on. With the volume spike, you have several different times or several different methods of doing. Just learn the one, and then you go on. Time trade, learn one, and then go on. With the 610 trade, master that one, or you can master the London swing like I do. The London swing and the 610, one starts, and the other one, when the London swing stops, the 610 goes forward. But learn the one system first, learn one trade setup first, and then move on. But you have to do it in steps. First thing you have to do is learn how to use your platform. Don't add what you already know. If you're new, that won't be so hard. You won't know anything, or won't know a lot. But what I had a problem is I had a little bit of training here, a little bit there, and then I started trying to add other things to it without learning the whole system. And what I found is that I did not want to add something that I already learned from another system. When you do that, you're not learning it the right way that it was meant to be learned. Hope everybody understands that part of it. That if I'm going in to learn a new system now, I will clear all my charts, go with whoever I'm learning from, and set my system up, my platform up the way they have it, and start right at the beginning. Sometimes this will take a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, however long the course would be. And that's what I recommend you doing. It's important to learn any new system and market replay first. Then when you feel confident, trade the market in simulation. Don't go from market replay to live in real money. Do it in steps. Do it in market replay first. When you feel confident, then trade it in simulation. With market replay, what happens here when I was using it, it helped cut down the learning curve. Can't really tell the difference in market replay from a live market. What you can do, you can speed up, you can go to a certain time frame that you want to trade rather than waiting for it to come up. There are things that I right here is treat it as if it were live trading at normal speed. What I was doing before, I'd speed it up, I'd get into the trades. I can't control the trade that well. Either I was showing good wins or real bad losses with it. But when I went into sim or even trading live, the market just seemed to be so slow. Why was it that way? Because I was trading it at 50 times the speed, and the markets don't move like that. So treat it at when you're learning the market replay, learning your system in market replay, do it at normal speed. This can be pretty tedious, but if you have a certain time that you're going to trade, just focus on that. Don't focus on anything before. Don't focus on anything after. Focus on the normal times that you want to trade. Another thing I was doing is I was going from one day to the next without taking a break. So if you're going to do more than one day, take a 15-minute timeout before you start that next day. And I wouldn't do more than 3 days unless you're doing a time trade. That would be different. You're going to do a 9 o'clock trade, bang, 9 o'clock every time. You can do 3 or 4 days pretty quick that way because they're only going to last maybe 5-10 minutes. But some of the other trades that I do, it may take an hour, 2 hours after the market open before it sets up. So you don't want to run that day 2 hours into it and then run right into another one. If you do it at regular speed, it's going to take time. You'll see things that you normally wouldn't see before. And I have to be successful in market replay before I start trading the market in sim for 2 weeks. I have to be successful. That doesn't mean I play it 2 weeks and then go to sim. That means 2 weeks of trading time. So that could be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. But it would be all right to take today's market, trade it today, trade tomorrow's market tomorrow, in market replay, so on, and run that for 2 weeks. You will get used to how the market's acting in market replay before you go into sim. Trading the market live in sim gives you the feel for how the market really moves. You'll find out the personalities. Some trades can take 5 seconds or less. Some take 5 minutes or more. The thing here with simulation, you can't fast forward it or restart it like you can in market replay. So it forces you to only do what you're learning in a real live market in simulation before you go live. Except that you will make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Very important. Accept that you will learn, that you will make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. Don't fix what's not broken yet. Good, Tom. Contracts. Profit determines contract size. Start out with one contract at a time. That's what I did. That's where I ended up starting from. I started out at 3, but until I went back down to one contract and built the account up, then I was able to add more. This lets the profit determine how many contracts you can trade. Focus on making 5 ticks consistently. If you can't make 5 ticks, what makes you think you're going to make 10, 20, or even 100 ticks? That 5 ticks could mean you could take 2 trades at 3 ticks apiece. But concentrating on making 5. 3, 5, and then it will grow from there. Do that consistently over time. You will make those 10, 20, or even 100 ticks. I'm going to go ahead and grab a CL chart, and we're going to take a look at a couple here. 230 trade may be setting up. And what I want to do here is I'm going to go back up here a little bit, and I have a low here and I have a high right here. It was right at, we're trading inside the range of the news. So now I want to take a look. Now, this is going to be a time trade at 2:30. We had one here at 2 o'clock. So let's take a look, see if I have a double bottom forming. May have something there. I'm going to leave the line here. We do have the one above us and below us. I do have a trend line. When this starts setting up, we'll go ahead and take I see a crossover, possible pullback to the 50 here for a short. I do have volume, pretty good volume spikes. And off another chart, I'll bring over my 610. Not going back very far. I have a long setup, a possible long. I'm going to wait a little closer to if I take it long off the 610, I'm looking for 4 ticks up to the 50 EMA before it might bounce back down. Looking like we're going to just go ahead, scrunch it up a little bit more. That's it there. I'm going to put a line out right here, and I'm going to mark that on all charts. So it'll be on my 1 minute chart. These are areas that I'm looking for something to happen, whether it be a long, short. We'll see what happens when the market hits 230. And I'll slide this over. We'll take a look at what it looks like here. Still, we have that. I do like the short for the 50 EMA. Getting a little volume in. There's a volume. I missed the short. The long setup did work for a few ticks. Remember that was on the 610. That was good for 3 for a 3 and 5 tick target. Plus 3, minus 1. The moving averages I have on this particular chart is a 9, 21, and 50. Time indicator starting to move out. I do have, I use my crosshairs because it helps me look for different points of interest for if we do happen to get a spike up. I do have the line here off the 610 high of a certain time frame, and this doji right here at 44 could take a short right there. Starting to consolidate. I like to see this go pretty smooth here. Or we could just take in and bracket the trade for a long and a short. Thanks, Colin. I'm in Eastern time, Walter. Eastern time. 2:30. I like that area right there. Just prior to it, I'd like to see it come back up and tap it. It's a pulled back 3. Really hate trying to do that now. With that span there, that wide, would be okay to take the long right here. With that flicker that I just seen there, this thing looks like it wants to push up. I don't want to jump the gun here. Now it's telling me down. I don't want to drop it in until about 30 seconds. Actually, I like this one up here. I will put an arrow there. Got a double top here. Sometimes these take off pretty good, sometimes they don't. That's the way I play it, Michael. Hey, Dave. Yeah, I'm running a 7 and 14 tick on this particular trade. I move things around though. I've got a 7 tick stop. Yeah, Dave. I am expecting a increase in volatility. What other reason would there be to take a trade at 230? Yeah, exactly, Craig. It's around the close of CL. I'm going to leave the trade out here. You're done with the trade now. Yep, I understand that, Colin. Sometimes this here will go in quickly. Sometimes it may take 10, 15 minutes, even up to 30. If you're in it, wait till 3 o'clock down to 3:30. Volume is dropping right off to hardly anything right now. And it'll be a slow move. So in saying that, I am going to leave it out. I want to leave that out, and we'll keep coming back to it. I want to move it off to the side here. Didn't get a trade here. Not yet anyway. Let's see what happens. Same thing on what I did see. You guys remember the 2 lines that I put up? These 2 purple lines. Could have faded that. Could have faded that. Both of those. No problem with that. You got a double top here. Take a look back here, double top, fade it. Actually, it's not a real double top. It's an equal top because your double top wouldn't come in until way up here. So it's an equal top, not a double top. Down here, look at this here. Here. Right there. So it's in here with this trading here in this box. You trade, sell the highs, buy the lows. Sometimes it's going to try to break out, pulls right back in, pulls back in, wait for it to come back up here in this consolidation area. Probably go back a little further and find it. Well, you got it here, maybe up a little higher, but it is inside the box. Get in as close to the top as possible, take it down. Comes back down here, take it back up. That's another way to trade trade it even in this hour, half hour. It's close of CL. We get into the mastermind here with wins, your wins, lessons, and Q&A. With the mastermind wins, what is your best trades, the best trade that you had this week, this past week so far? If you have a microphone, let me know and I'll unmute you, or otherwise just type it into the chat box and we'll get to it. January 9th was a good example of the 230 trade. Go ahead, if you have a mic, let me know. I'll turn your mic on and you can ask your question. Let me know what your best trade was. CL open trade was your best, Fred? What day? Every day? Yesterday? How do you take that particular trade? Okay. Just like John taught us. Yesterday, CL for 420. What trade setup? My best trade today was after, for the week actually. Get with you there in a minute. Was right after the news. Let me clear the chart. My best trade for the day, or the week and the day, I had a move up here, and I have a move down here. This was the news candle. One trade I took, candle closed, volume spike, I took it down. I only got 3 and 5. Plenty of room down there. Then I had a long sitting right there. I took 2 for 20 on that. 2 contracts, 20 ticks with the 7 tick stop. That was my best trade for today, for this week, and even for last week. Michael had a open trade on ES, and he just left. That was my best trade. I had several 610 trades and London swing trades today, but out of all that, this one was my best trade for the amount of ticks I got. Very good. Colin, best trade was copper on the Asian Open on Friday the 3rd. Tuesday, the day after a Chinese holiday, it was a killer. Great job. 5 ticks. Fred is talking about his 5 ticks with a 3 and 5. Was only trade for 1 and 2 contracts. Right. Good. 1 and 2 contracts. CL trade in at 51.38, 2 contracts with 110 ticks each. Are these all today, yesterday? Roland put 10 for 47 cents. Chris is asking, how'd you know how to hold that long for 110 ticks? It's probably a swing trader. That's what it looks like to me. If you went long, what time? Staith? Yeah, it is a swing trade. If you CL at 31. Tokyo time. Asian Open, yeah, Asian Open. Let me see. Let's get rid of that line. I want to see where the 51. Back here. I can see that. It was a little too early for me, or too late. I was in bed. Yep. That's saying that's exactly where it was entered. Right back here. Very good. That's a swing trader. Big difference. Looks like I'm in the trade. I'm going to remove that short. Don't look like it wants to go up too much. Volume has dropped quite a bit. Remember, if you have a mic, let me know. I'll turn your mic on for you. What did you learn this week that would benefit other traders? Vic is asking, every day, how do you determine trend direction for the day trading? The trend is your friend till the end. Who keeps saying that? How I do it, let's bring the chart back up. Let me know what your what lessons you've learned. It doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. If you lost, you learn something from it. When you win, learn something from it. I learned that I need to keep an eye on if I have an order out and walk away, order I forget to put out. Make sure I use S&L so as not to lose too much, stop loss, not to lose too much when I get sidetracked fixing computers and not watching the market. Chris, that's about like what I got. Colin, I was watching John's 1K a day again. Double tops to end a trend. There you go. What did we just see on the other chart here? We had double tops, equal tops. John would have called those double tops. Now, back to the question where I'd find the trend. I don't mind using a 1 minute chart. Some people don't like it. But if I'm using a 1 minute chart and I come back to midnight, let's just pick this area right here. From midnight, because I don't go back too far. I want to know what the trend is now. We'll pick this area here. From midnight, we had you can see a move up. It was a slow move up, and I'm using the 50 EMA primarily for the trend. But as we get here closer to 6 o'clock, maybe right after the Asian market open or the European market opens, right here I'm looking at, for the time anyway, from 3 to 7. This here is showing me a sideways market, and then what I can do is also run a trend line. That's letting me know right there that the market's heading down. And this is all after the fact, but this is what I'm seeing here. I'll follow that 50 EMA. Yeah, give that a shot, Colin. Then if you're looking for trends on ES, YM, NQ, or in the DAX, you have to use what was going on yesterday if you don't see a trend until noon or other. But usually, if it's not showing you a trend at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, by 9 o'clock, 9:30, it's going to be a sideways market. It's sideways. Then it starts trending. No, I don't just trade CL. I trade CL, NQ, gold, ZB occasionally. YM, I'm looking at that also again. So learning, you make sure that you have a stop loss. Make sure you remove orders when you're done trading. Best thing that I found to do is hit clear, go to file, and flatten everything. I just have to put a note up. I got a note up flatten everything before you walk away. Equal tops and double tops different. Are you asking that? Are they? Yes. They work pretty much the same, but if somebody was going to get technical with me or with you on that subject, a double top, double bottom is not the same as equal top and equal bottom. A double top and double bottom, I did get taken out of that trade. A double top or a double bottom is the extreme high or low and extreme high. Anything in between there let's go down here. This here is about the same. That's in between these. So these here would be equal. Once this here high gets broken, then you'll have a new high, or it comes in right at that level there, double top down. I use them as the same way. When I see them in the areas like this here, we're looking sideways. This wouldn't be sideways. I'd be looking up here. Either it's going to come down, retrace like it does here, and break back up if this was the second time it hit it. That's how I look at it. I think we've already gone into some of the Q&A, but let's bring that up. Wrong slide. Let me know what. I hope that clarified some things out there for you. If you're looking at it in between a high and a low, I call those equal. But if I like to see those when they are in the middle and you get a bunch of them, and let's say you have a 15, 20 tick between them. And then when I see that, I'm looking for, I'll sell the highs and buy the lows, and then try to get 10 ticks out of it. I'll cut it in half and go for 5 to 10 or 10 and 15 ticks. I'm not going to try to get the whole thing because it just might turn around and come back down. And you can see that when you have those equal highs and lows. I like the 3-minute oil for tops and bottoms. Also using the swing indicator. Good, Colin. 3-minute chart's a lot easier to see. If you go with a 15-minute, a 30-minute, or even 1-hour chart, you'll see them more clear than you do on a 1-minute. I've just gotten so used to using a 1-minute chart and tick charts, and I don't care what happened 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago. I want to know what happened right now. Question here, Gary, you can't trade futures, so are there ETFs or equities this method can be swing trade with? With ETFs, I only trade anything that deals with energy and gold. That's the only things that I would trade that. Not saying that the others won't work, but that's all I know. That's what I would trade it with. That's what I do trade it with. I don't have anything right offhand. I've cleared all my ETFs out, waiting for a pullback to get in long again. So you like the 3-minute chart for CL best, right? Is that what you're saying, Wayne? Wayne, you want a mic? You got a mic? You want to come in? Just have about 5 minutes left here. Let me find you. You use 3 minutes overall then. That's good. Walter M., your mic is on. Welcome, Walter. Wayne, sorry.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you. Everybody, can you hear Wayne?
Okay, what I do, and I've done this a long time, is I look at a 30-minute chart. I bracket the 30-minute pre-open bar. My central time bar would be 8 to 8:30 bar, the 30-minute bar before the open. It's a breakout box. So if it breaks to the top, I go long. If it breaks to the bottom, I go short. Whichever way it breaks, I take my other trade that I would be using as a stop and move it to the middle in case it's, jumpy. And the NQ particularly is jumpy. But by using a 30-minute in a large range, like a 30-minute range prior to the opening, gives it a lot of room, particularly the NASDAQ, to kind of jump around. When it does bust out of that box, quite often I make 5 to 10 handles.
Very good. I like that. I have seen people use that. I'm a little more impatient, especially if that bar opens up in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Today it really worked good. It broke down and I made 3 handles, and then it broke to the top and ended up making 5 handles on that. But yesterday it was a different story. As I recall, it broke down just a little bit and bumped me out. Then it broke up at the top, but I had to wait over an hour to get my 10 handles. Of course, I'm looking at a 30-minute bar.
Yep, everything works different for other people. Some people that have the more patience, like you, I like that. I do like that method. The thing is, what you guys got to remember, this isn't a 30-minute open range. A 30-minute open range would be after the market opens. What he's using is a 30-minute chart, and he brackets the candle prior to the open. So
exactly.
On a 30-minute candle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Do you do that on all the markets that you trade, or just particular ones?
On my screen, I have the ES, the NQ, and the YM up, and I can trade either of them and do trade all 3 of them. But I like the NASDAQ. I guess I favor it more because it just moves so quick. I don't have to wait quite as long usually.
Exactly. That's why I like NQ. That's my favorite one. I'll bet you use YM and ES to tell you if that market is going to, which one's leading, and give you a pretty good idea what way the market's going to go to.
Exactly. That's all floor traders' way of trading, but I've been doing this 19 years, and that's exactly how I use the 3 markets.
Yes, he would do this trade exactly like a time trade, only using a 30-minute candle. So he's going to sell the low, or sell the low of that 30-minute candle and buy the high of that. Hey Wayne, I want to thank you for coming in. Thanks for having a mic. That should help some other people out a lot. I really appreciate you coming in.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. That was great input on a trade that he does using a 30-minute chart. It works for him. Again, he's using that like a time trade, only using a 30-minute candle and bracketing the candle prior to the trade, or prior to the open. So that would be 9:30 for ES, NQ, or YM. Yes, Craig. Yep, Tom. It sounds like this 5-minute open trade buy, stop, move. So you could do that 5 minutes prior. It's exactly like that. 5 minute prior. You can use it off a 5-minute candle, 10-minute candle. You know, pick one that you like. He likes the 30-minute. I like the 30-minute too. Just pick a candle. Pick a time frame. All right. The next step, where to go from here. Hey, take a review the notes of your trades that you take, your system that you're doing. Take action on it at least. Learn one thing you've learned out of this session here. Take something. Take notes on it. Visit us at www.winvesting.com and check out the profitability path. Send us your feedback and suggestions for future episodes to support@winvesting.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. We'll be doing this every week and come back next week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Really do appreciate you all coming in. Hey, HE, nice seeing you. Gotta go. Thank you. Have a good one.